After approximately 3 years of being investigated by the Australian Federal Police, Gary Price, Greg Shah and Dr. Marcel Siddle, who were operating as Advanced Polymer Recycling, were cleared of any wrongdoings by the AFP. But by that stage, they had become bankrupt, lost their assets as well as their good standing reputations. Up until today, they still do not know who made the accusations that caused the Federal Police to investigate them, and one question remains in their minds: who is accountable for what happened?
As far as accountability, AusIndustry definitely accountable. It was their department that made the allegations. Murray Doofus, who was the case handler, somebody in there should have had the sense to ask the question. Okay, whoever's made the allegation, whether it's a company, a multinational, an individual, it's obviously somebody with a lot of pull, a lot of clout, because we've only been able to get so far.
And the total frustration is not knowing why or who. Who made the allegations? I still to this day do not know. And I still don't know why. What was their motivation? And AusIndustry were there to work with us. They're there to nurture Australian niche technology and work with us. They did everything possible to destroy us. For the sake of a 40-cent phone call, nothing needed to happen.
However, it is possible that academia gets its nose out of joint and tends to suffer from tall poppy syndrome in a couple of instances. And you know, there's potential that somebody might have personally benefited from knowing that they'd brought us down because we were doing better than they were. But again, there's no commercial benefit. There's no reason why they want to see me bankrupted, my whole life destroyed, along with Gary's and Leon's. It just doesn't make a lot of sense.
The Greens were accommodating. Christine Milne's office went forward, got 2 lots of freedom of information. Each time we got it, it was sanitised. There was a lot of information missing. They demanded a second time that we get FOI from the Federal Police. That was sanitised as well. So there's a massive cover up here, and even though the Greens did a good job getting us so far, when we got to the point of having the door shut in our face as far as freedom of information the second time, I asked of Christine Milne's office, why can't this be brought up in question time on the floor of Parliament, and put the pressure on Greg Combay, the Minister responsible for AusIndustry.
I've tried to talk to AusIndustry since then, and I naively thought that after I was found innocent, and Greg was found innocent, that we would be welcomed back. We were treated like lepers. I've tried to contact Kim Carr when he was head of AusIndustry, Greg Combay. I've gone through the Greens. The freedom of information from the Federal Police has all been blanked out. Why? Why has all of this, and in terms of the technology, billions of dollars lost?
So they're all well aware of it. Now, they can't just turn their back on it. You know, and that's what they're doing, and it's almost like a conspiracy. We get so far and everyone's protecting everyone else. We went to the Small Business Commission and said, listen guys, this is a small business, it's ballooning, it would have been a big business by now with all their international contracts, and they were building factories overseas, but as it is, you people are responsible for it. You know, this comes under the umbrella of the Small Business Commission. They said, no, it's too big for us. And I said, okay, we'll refer it to the ACCC, whether it be a multinational or the federal government. This comes under your portfolio. You'll have to look after these guys. And we're told, no, we're not going to do it. We're not going to pass it on. So it's almost like a conspiracy. Everyone's protecting everyone else.
We had a beautiful boardroom. They could have come down got Greg Shah, myself, or Dr. Marcel Siddle, sat us down and said, listen, these are the allegations. We've got the federal police up that end, and if you don't answer it properly, they're going to have a chat with you. Now, here's the things that we want to know. But the people are faceless people who have made allegations and nothing happens. We lose everything. Australia loses the niche technology, and yet after a 3.5-year investigation, the best we get is, sorry, no hard feelings, move on with your life.
Who would benefit from us failing? I still haven't been able to come up with any particular answer in that area. There's a number of commercial entities. The bank certainly wouldn't want to have seen us fail. It was their money that we were utilising along with ours. We were producing product from our second company for another major international company, and they wouldn't want to have seen us go under because we were producing a product that they needed. So I haven't been able to pin it, and that's what's very frustrating as to what's gone on.
On the morning of Monday, the 11th of July, Kim Carr appeared on the ABC breakfast program and a news conference announcing his new position back as Minister for Science, Industry and Trade. In that interview, he made comments which I will quote, that scientists need to be supported and encouraged to make us the smarter country. Australian people look to us to make sure they get a fair go. We've all learnt we need to become fairer. Innovation is about ensuring our industry is protected and supported, and now is the time to accelerate our efforts by investing in research and development. When I heard those comments, I nearly choked. 10 minutes after that, Kevin Rudd came on, referring to Kim Carr's new position, and stated that in this country we will never, ever, ever let a fair go be thrown out the back door. Again, I almost choked. We've had contact with Kim Carr's office, asked them if they'd like to comment. They declined. They'd had almost 2 weeks to step up, didn't want to know. Louise Asher, the Minister for Innovation and Small Business, was also asked to comment. This falls under her portfolio, and Greg and Gary are virtually her constituents. She's declined as well. Didn't want to know. So where are you left? Well, in my opinion, if you're in business in this country, picture yourself out on a vast ocean in a very, very small boat, because that just about sums up where you are if you need help and you need any form of justice.